Two of my most favorite lamps. Here, Elwood, come down to the front. Tattoo, huh? Come and talk with me after church. You got any piercings or anything like that, or nose ring?
No.
Let me see your tongue. All right. Thought maybe your mom and dad had lost their mind. Addison, do you know who that is? So you really are drawn. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago, so that's like ancient history to you. That is Ghost Jesus. And you and Aunt Liz made that for me on my birthday. And I carried it almost the whole time that I worked in Scottsboro, that Ghost Jesus. He used to have a face.
Yeah.
You can kind of see evidences of a face, but it's turning yellow, and it has been a long time. But he was in the back window of my car, actually Aunt Bibi's car, that I drove for so long. And he kind of watched over my shoulder, and it is not surprising that you might not even remember having made this or what the story's about. Carter, there's a folder there on the desktop that has some photographs in it. If you would, click that folder open, and it's Cloud 1. And then there are arrows right at the top. Well, let's stay on Cloud 1 first of all. That is at the Cloud Cemetery. And let me tell you this story, because this is all how this came about. This was 4 or 6 years ago, and it's when our mother was still living, and there was a very kind and helpful dear lady who would go and stay with her mom and take care of her, and she was indispensable. I hope that she is well today, and that God would bless her, because she certainly was a blessing to us during times when Mother needed her and when we needed her to help Mother. But she came to me one day, and this is her photograph. That's her grandson, Cody, there to the left. And these are the Mitchells, were some of her relatives, and there is a tombstone there. This is in a cemetery. It's in a place called Union Grove, but it's almost to Gunnersville. And she had this photograph, and she said, I want to show you a picture. And before she showed me this picture, she said, do you believe in ghosts? And I said, I don't know. I'm very skeptical. I've never seen a ghost. She said, let me show you a photograph I made. She said, now I made this photograph, and I was taking a picture, not of my grandson, but of my family's headstone there at the graveyard. And she said, do you see anything unusual there? Hit there, Cloud 2 there, or hit that arrow, I guess, that right arrow. You see that circle there? Booyah. I said, yeah, I see that. What is that? She said, I didn't see that till I got home. So this is back, she said, I had to send this to the pharmacy, and they developed my pictures, and I got them back. And she said, when I was looking through the photographs, I saw that in the background. Hit that arrow again there, Carter. That's what that looks like if you zoom in on her photograph. Booyah some more. So I said, do you mind if I make a copy of this photo? She said, go right ahead. Things like this fascinate me. I didn't believe that was a ghost. I thought, my. Well, anyway, a long time after that, I kind of got to itching for an adventure. And I don't know. I guess Avery went somewhere with Bibi or with her daddy. But
I don't think Avery was born yet.
I think this was before Avery.
I think this
You think
is
so?
pre-Avery. This was
I
pre-Avery.
don't know.
Because Addison was just real little.
Addison was still in a car seat.
But we went on an adventure, and it was a day very much like today. It was cold and rainy and gray, but it was in January. And it was right after the first of the year, and we went to the Cloud Cemetery. All right, hit that arrow again there, Carter. That is my photograph. It's standing in about the same place. We went to the Cloud, and there are lots of people there named Cloud. A lot of Clouds buried there. That's their family name. So
Wasn't it in their backyard?
it was kind of in their backyard. There were no trespassing signs, and we evidently didn't seem to care. But we went on. That is a photo that I made of the same place. Let's look, hit that arrow again there, Carson. All right, hit it again. Oh! That's Uncle Danny. I don't know how many years ago, but this is quite a few pounds ago. Hit the arrow again there. It's a statue of Jesus.
And somewhere it lost its head.
Yeah, well, it's just an optical illusion. The photograph is just,
Pictures are taken from behind it.
yeah, it's taken from behind it. So that's a few pounds ago for me as well. Hit it again. Now, Avery looks like she's about 5 or 6 years old there. So Addison is about 5 or 6 years old. So you're not really small. Avery was stillborn, but she was somewhere doing something else. There's Liz and Terry and Addison in front of the Jesus. Hit the first slide again. Use the folder there. And that's really just a statue of Jesus back there. And so for my birthday, you made me a ghost Jesus. The reason I wanted to show this, first of all, because it's Halloween, ghosts and goblins, those kind of things. But don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. In church work and preaching the Bible and teaching, I want you to believe in God. I want you to believe in Jesus. I want you to believe everything the Bible says. And only God can give us the gift of faith and the gift of belief. But there's a lot of things in the world to believe. Don't believe everything. Don't believe everything everybody tells you. Be cautious. Be careful. Some little boy is going to sneak up to you one of these days. Maybe they've already done it and say, I love you. Don't believe that. It might be true, but it might not. Be careful. There are lots of things in the world today that people want us to invest our lives in, and a lot of people want to sway and influence you. They want you to agree with them. Be careful. Let God lead you. Let God guide you. I hope that you find someone to love and someone to love you. I hope that you find very important things in your life and people to believe in. Things to invest your life in that you can believe in. But be very, very careful, okay? Because that's not a ghost. That's not a ghost. It just looks like one. Well, be very careful. Be very careful. I went to a haunted house one time and they put my hand into a bowl full of peeled grapes. That's all it was, just a bowl full of peeled grapes. Next I put my hand in a bowl full of spaghetti. I had a blindfold on. It was dark. I was all of that. Well, that may be lots of fun. But those are not the kind of things we say, you know what, I'm going to build my life on that. All right? Well, sort all that out. I'm going to keep Ghost Jesus for the rest of my life. Because fond memories of a wonderful adventure. Anyway, thank you very much. You can go back and sit with your baby from Brazil.
I'm glad he came up with a Halloween lamb service because I couldn't find any of the Halloween songs in the hymn.